So great. Hello, everyone. Really happy to see. I think many of you are joined in for this mock interview session. So this is a mock interview session for finance come to our domain, where we will be asking you some questions based on the profile of the candidate here. So we'll select two, three people randomly. And after the selection is done, we will be asking him or her questions based on the finance domain. So if you're targeting for your finance domain, or if you're targeting for an R2R profiles, this session is going to be really helpful. Is going to be helping you out to understand what type of questions are expected. What is something you can expect as a part of an interviewer, and what called common mistakes people are going to be doing, and which you should not do as a part of your interview. You should avoid that out. Right? If you know the answers, and if you're watching this session live, you can put the answers in the live chat itself. I think there are a lot of people also connected with us on the Zoom call. If you know the answers, you can put the answers in the YouTube live chat as well. So we will be starting our mock interview session, depending on the time and depending on the interest. We'll be conducting a series of a mock interview sessions which is there. But before I move forward, just wanted to check from the people those who are connected on YouTube whether my audio and video is clear or not. YouTube की जनता एक बार बता दीजिए क्या मेरी आवाज आ रही है आप तक? राइट, यूट्यूब की जनता आप लाइव चैट पे बता सकते हो क्या मेरी आवाज आ रही है? कैन यू गाइस हियर मी आउट प्रॉपर्ली? राइट, जूम वाले कह रहे हैं हम भी यूट्यूब पे जाके लाइक करेंगे और कमेंट भी करेंगे कि हमारी आवाज आ रही है कि नहीं. वेरी वेरी गुड. वेरी गुड. ओके जी, ओके. राइट, हमारे पास कुछ लोग हैं, लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु हैव जॉइन्ड इन सेइंग दैट सर हमें भी चांस चाहिए, हमें भी चांस चाहिए. ऋषभ जी आपको भी चांस मिलेगा, ऐसे लड़ाई नहीं करते हैं. राइट, गुलाटी जी आपको भी चांस देंगे, अंजलि को भी चांस देंगे, सभी को चांस मिलेगा, ऐसे लड़ाई नहीं करते हैं बेटा. Right, we'll give a chance one by one. Right, we'll give a chance one by one to every one of you. Don't worry. Right. So without wasting much of our time, let us select the first participant for the day who is here for a mock interview. His name is Parth Mehta. Right, Parth Mehta हमारे बीच में आ चुके हैं. Right, and Parth is here. Parth, I hope you are ready for the mock interview round.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So great, Parth. Right, now I'm going to be acting as an interviewer. You are going to be acting. आपको acting तो नहीं करना है. You need to behave as if you're sitting in an interview. And I'll be asking you a series and set of questions which are there. I'm assuming that you have connected from a laptop path.
Yes, sir.
Oh, perfectly nice, right? So I'll be asking you a series and set of questions, right? If you need to answer some of the questions which are there. Okay. So three, two, one, let's start. So hi Parth, this is Shivam. I am the hiring manager in Flipkart, and I'm really happy to see that you're a qualified chartered accountant.
Hello, good morning, Shivam, sir. Good afternoon, Shivam, sir.
So Parth, if you don't mind, can you please give me a brief introduction about your journey?
Sure. My name is Parth Mehta. I am from Gandhidham, Kutch. I have completed my schooling from Gandhidham only. I have done my articleship from SV Chothani and Company, a boutique firm from Gandhidham, having 250 plus clients. Major area for my articleship were in internal audit, bank audit, and taxation. I have recently appeared for CA Final Group 1 and already cleared my Group 2 in November 23 attempt.
Okay. What else?
Other than academics, I have been interest in playing badminton, and I have hobby uh, of watching YouTube podcasts related to finance.
Sure. That's nice. That's nice. Happy to hear that out. You have interest in playing badminton.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the maximum LBS up to which we can tie a string in the badminton?
Yes. Sorry, sir. I don't know.
I think you said you play badminton. That's a...
Yeah.
Okay, nevertheless, I could see that you have taken a transfer in your articleship. Why you have taken a transfer in your articleship? Or is it
It's a
after the articleship?
yeah, it's a paid assistant. I have been paid employee in a separate firm because I wanted to
Okay, so you're
change the
okay.
environment and wanted to work with new people.
Okay. So after every 6 months, you feel that you have to change, right? So that is what you mean to say.
No. I have joined after completing articleship. I have joined only single one firm in which I am also working presently since last eight,
Acha,
9 months.
acha. So after you get clear, why don't you join the same firm itself and why you're here for a job interview?
I want to explore. I want to do some. Want to explore and some new domain like in finance, and wanted to work with different people and with greater client base.
Acha,
In
got
short,
it.
in a bigger firm.
Okay, so after Flipkart, if you get a bit a bigger opportunity in Amazon, you leave us and go and join the Amazon, right? That is what you're trying to say. You said no, you love to
No,
explore.
uh, I will, if a better opportunity is there, then I will love to have it.
Okay. Nevertheless, it's okay. Since you've written that you have worked in more than 300 clients, a firm with more than 300 plus clients, which was the client which was one of the biggest client your firm had? Any biggest client you remember?
Our biggest client was in transportation sector, and second, I think in
Okay.
the manufacturing sector and transportation and manufacturing. The manufacturing sector in which it was manufacturing was in salt manufacturing and trading.
Okay. So you're saying
The
that
firm
it's in
was
the
involved in
transportation. I got it. So you said that it's in
uh,
the transportation sector. If you don't mind, can you please name a client? If you're not comfortable, it's also fine. What was the revenue of a client which you have seen for the transportation company?
the revenue of the client was 35 crore.
Okay, 35 crore was the highest amount of a client. Okay.
Yeah.
How do we recognize a revenue for a transportation company?
In transportation, where at the end of all the trips, uh, client engages the transporter. At the end, all the activity of transport, the goods are transferred from one place to another place. Then we raise a bill and recognize the revenue.
Okay, imagine that it's a
They-
31st March, right? It's a
Yeah.
31st March. Few trucks are on in transits. How will you recognize the revenue? Will you recognize the revenue for the trucks which are in transit?
No, we will not. It will be, I think, identified as an unearned income in the balance sheet.
Okay, what is the accounting entry for an income?
Accounting entry for unearned income will be unearned income account debit to to advance liability to complete the contract.
Are you sure this is the accounting entry pass?
Sorry, sir, I don't remember it.
Okay, no problem. What is the difference between a unearned revenue, unbilled revenue? Any idea on this one?
Uh, a revenue which is not billed. Sorry, sir, I am not recalling it exactly right now.
Okay, no problem. You have done an inventory audit?
Yes,
Okay. So how do you do an inventory audit?
inventory audit as per SA 501, which deals with the specific consideration related to inventory. We were engaged and the inventory audit count was performed by the management. We were supposed our audit procedure was supposed to observe the count, and on sampling basis we have checked the sampled and one or two transaction, like one or two inventory item
Hmm.
on sample basis.
How do you select a sample? How do you select a sample?
So we used the random sampling method. There are various methods, but we use random sampling.
Okay, what are the various methods to select inventory?
One is a stratified sampling method. Another is a homogeneous sampling method. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't remember others. One is statistical sampling method, another one.
Nice. So if I give you a base data to select a sample, will you be able to do that? Hmm?
Uh, Sorry, sir. I I can't.
Why? Have you done a dummy article, sir?
No, sir.
Then you have written in your CV, no, the first line, analyze and process optimization of inventory management, including streamlining of customized logistics system, resulted in logistic cost by 25%. Hmm? Yes, my friend, please
I
tell
will
me.
try, sir. I will try my best.
Hello? Let's see. I'm sharing you the base data, right? Help me to select our inventories, which you will go and sample it out. Okay? Done, sir. Can you do that?
I
Others,
will try
I'm
my
also
best.
sharing the file with you guys. Let's see. Can you also do it out now? You can share your screen for our audience so that the people can see what you're doing. Yes, sir. Yeah, please share your screen. Hello.
Yes, sir.
We have other
Just a
candidates
second.
also lined up, my friend. Please hurry up. Don't tell me that you don't know how to share a screen. Great. Finally. Haji, select the samples. You said random samples, no? Teach me how to select it. Others can download this file from the description, those who are watching on YouTube.
Sir, how many samples we will require?
Wow, you have
I
done
think
audit,
is
no? You should tell me how many samples you will
5,000
be
entry
selecting.
line item are there. Then
You have done it, no? You have written it in your resume, the
yep.
fourth line, right? Help me. If you've done it generally, you'll be able to do it. If you faked it, that means you'll not be able to do it. As simple as that. If you don't know, say don't know.
I will take 500, 10% of the, the 5,000 line item are there, then I will take 500 sample as a 10% of total population.
Why not 1,000?
Uh, as per, I think, standards, they have mentioned that
Which standard is mentioning? Say that. Teach me
in
also.
guidelines of the standard says that
Which standard
generally
says?
10
Which standard?
SF 501,
501. Show me the where it is written.
no, 530 for
530.
sampling.
Dekho, if you don't know, say don't know. Don't
I don't remember the
unnecessarily.
SA number exactly.
So tell me something what you remember. I'll ask you that only. Hmm? Come on, continue, please. I'm waiting for the samples, bro. Hmm? This is how you put a serial number in Excel. Arth.
Yes, sir.
How do you drag the serial number automatically to the last?
Control down, sir.
Chalo, leave it. Okay, which is your one favorite area which you have done in the articleship, on which I can ask a question for next 5 days?
So you can ask on bank audit.
Bank audit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have done a bank audit in your articleship. How do you classify an account as an NP account?
Whenever a standard account is overdue for more than 90 days, then it will be classified as an NPA from 91st day.
Okay. And for NBFC?
For NBFC, uh, it's a 6 month. If a account is overdue for 6 months or 6 months, then it will be classified as a NPA.
Okay, why there's the difference between the two?
I think I don't know, sir.
What is the applicability of Ind AS on banks?
Applicability of index. Banks need to implement, I think, from index applicability generally is a 250 crore or more. If net worth of a company is 250 crore or more, then index are applicable. And for bank also are, I think, same.
Acha.
From 1st
How do you
April
check?
2016, banks were required to implement index.
Okay. How do you check a KYC documents for a bank?
For checking KYC document, there are uh, two or multiple option available to the customer. Like Aadhaar, PAN are mandatory, but they can show it on a digital method also or in physical also. Other than that,
Hmm.
list mentioned by the government are there, like other election card, other
Hmm.
KYC documents are also available to the customer.
Okay. So say for example, a bank is found to have a delayed reporting of fraud above 10 crores. How would you audit the process and the system to identify the root cause? And what all corrective measures you'll suggest?
Bank has Sir, first I will check the classification of account, whether account is a regular NPA standard or substandard. Then
Hmm.
second, I will check whether annual renewal of loan has been done as per prescribed norm or terms condition of the bank.
Hmm.
And third, whether maker checker concept is applied, like at the time of sanction of loan or renewal of loan, the maker checker concept are applied. The proper person or manager authorized person has renewed it and checked by another person.
Okay. What is the current repo rate?
Current repo rate. Sorry, sir, I don't recall it.
No, no, bank audit, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. No problem. Now, what is the accounting for sales? What is the accounting entry for sales?
Counting on entry for sales in bank
Normal
or in
sales.
general,
Normal sales.
receivable to sales,
Imagine the GST is 18%.
receivable to sales to GST, CGST and IGST. I am not bifurcating it
Okay,
based on
got it. When do we deduct the TDS?
TDS is deducted at the time of payment to
Okay.
the supplier.
What if the company does not deduct the TDS and make a payment?
If company did not deduct TDS or at the time of make-up payment, then at the time of letter tax audit, they have to pay the interest at the rate 1% per month. There is also for penalty at 1% per month on the amount payable, tax amount payable.
Are you sure on the penalty?
Uh, uh, I am not sure.
Okay. But you have written in your CV that single-handedly ensured the filing of TDS and TCS returns. Hmm. Okay. Nevertheless, since you have worked in a finance team and you're good with sorry, since you have worked in your articleship and just wanted to check how good you have worked in your journey, I'm giving you a base data for a sales for 5 years. You need to do the whatever analysis you can do it from the base data of sales which is there. जो भी analysis कर सकते हो करके दिखाओ. You have 3 minutes of a time or 5 minutes of a time to do the same. ठीक है? Others can also download the data. The sales data is there with you. You have to do as much analysis as possible using this data. You can share your screen path.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you have written that you have learned the T codes or you are aware of SAP, right? आपने SAP पे काम किया है?
Sir,
Kab,
I have a
Parth?
basic knowledge of SAP. I have not worked on. I have done the certificate course, basic certificates
अच्छा,
on SAP.
okay, okay. So just wanted to ask, since you have worked a certificate course and stuff, so what is a T code for customer ledger display?
Sorry, sir, I am not recalling it right now.
Any T code you remember for SAP?
No, sir.
तो तुमने क्या किया भाई? What you have done? You have done nothing then. Hmm? Have you faked everything in your resume?
No, sir.
Or whatever work you have written, I'm asking you a question and you are saying no. I'm not able to recall it. I don't know. What does that indicate? It indicates that you have faked it out. Okay, no problem. Let's see how much practically you are able to analyze the sales data. Do as many analysis as possible. You have 5 minutes of a time to do it. You can create a new sheet. You can do whatever you have to do it out. Give me the analysis of the data given to you. Okay, your time is already started. Others, please do the same. 4 minutes left. 1 minute done. Two minutes done. 3 minutes left. Three minutes done. 2 minutes left. Last 1 minute. Already 5 minutes are done, but still giving you 1 more minute. Chalo, time's up. Please explain me what analysis we have done, sir. Yes, Parth.
Sir, I have calculated profit per unit, profit in total, and further by filter, you can use even pivot table and show the area wise, like geographical area, Germany, Brazil, India wise, state wise profit, same cost, profit, and sales. You can also calculate supplier
No, I
wise.
know that it can calculate, but what you have calculated, that is what I wanted to know now. What is the analysis? एनालिसिस का है आपका ये बताओ कुछ तो एनालिसिस ड्रॉ किया होगा ना आपने यहाँ से have you done something which will help me to understand this data in a nice way कुछ तो नहीं समझ रहा है मुझे हम्म
Total profit in 2019 was 2,12,000. In
हम्म
sales or 6,91,000.
हम्म
Same total sales. Same way we can do the same for 5 years. We can even
so this
insert
way you will explain our
pivot
clients huh?
table.
Your client if you plot you and give you some work right you will say your senior आप ऐसे कर लेना और देख लेना आपको कुछ तो मिलेगा right this is how you'll answer to your senior hmm yes Parth
Using this pivot table, we can filter and do the year-wise analysis.
ठीक है no problem so Parth what is your expectation in terms of salary how much you're expecting
Sir, whatever as per industry standards, I'm expecting salary as per industry standards.
yes so according to us the industry standard is 7 lakh rupees CTC which is comprising of 5 lakh fixed and 2 lakh variable I hope that is fine with you
Sir, we can even discuss salary later on after the completion of
later on, yeah, this is a
interview.
completion of an interview. What later on? No one will come later on to discuss the salary with you. It's the last round, no?
Sir, I can assure you that I will improve my skills, soft skill of Excel and SAP, and even thoroughly read and improve my conceptual clarity of Indes and SS. And so within
But
a
I
week
doubt
or
that
even
can be done within a
before
week and
shift.
all this. I doubt it's tough, really tough to do that. We are looking for a immediate joiner who can join from tomorrow onwards. Given the skill sets, I can offer you maximum 7, which comprises of 5 lakh fixed and 2 lakh variable.
Okay, sir. I will please give me at least an hour to discuss with my mentors and other
No,
seniors.
I need to close
And
it out. There's another candidate, Omkar, sitting outside the room. If you say yes, I'll not interview Omkar.
sir, will at least you can give 30 minutes or even
Yeah, I need to
30
take an
minutes to
interview for Omkar. Now, if you say yes, I'll just say to Omkar the vacancy is full. If you say no, then I need to take an interview for Omkar.
okay, sir, I will accept it.
Okay, thanks. 5 लाख में जॉब ज्वाइन कर रहे हो तुम उसे फ्रेशर बन के हे भगवान पानी पी लो बेटा तुम पहले पानी पी लो हाँ बाकी लोग भी पानी पी लो प्लीज तुम क्यों पानी पी रहे हो शुभम राणा तुमको क्या हुआ भाई तुम्हारा थोड़ी इंटरव्यू था राणा जी हाँ
आपने याद
व्हाट्स
दिला
रॉन्ग
दिया
विद
सर, तो पी लिया मैंने सामने से।
अच्छा ऐसा है चलो ठीक है क्या था पार्थ ये मेरे को तो कुछ समझ नहीं आया भाई व्हाट वाज दिस पार्थ क्या?
Nothing.
मैं
I
वीडियो नहीं
I
हटाने
have
वाला
a
अभी, मैं पहले
reality
बता
check.
रहा हूँ.
I am speechless. I am also in shock. Like,
In what? In zombie zone. You're not able to know that what has happened with you. ऐसा?
no, little bit in shock and like I realizing that my position that I am very weak at communication and soft skills and technical also in all aspects.
एक्सेल एक्सेल भी ऐड करो उसमें.
Yeah, yeah.
हाँ, इस तरीके से इंटरव्यू रहेगा तो यू ग्रिल्ड आउट भाई. मैं तो अभी छोड़ दिया, मुझे सच में गिल्ट फील हो रहा था अंदर से. माय ह्यूमन बीइंग और सेइंग कि छोड़ दे बेचारे को, राइट? अदरवाइज ठीक है, बट नेवरदलेस एनीवन हैज टेकन अ पेन टू राइट डाउन ऑल द क्वेश्चंस? किसी ने क्वेश्चंस लिखे हैं?
यस सर।
अंजलि कह रही है सर मुझे नेक्स्ट ले लो सर, मैं भी बड़ी इंटरेस्टेड हूँ, है ना अंजलि?
सर मैं लिख रही थी लेकिन फिर आपने एनालिसिस का डेटा दिया ना तो मैं एनालिसिस करने लगी। बाकी मैंने इतना लिखा है,
नहीं
देखिए।
नहीं, नेक्स्ट तुम्हारा ले लेते हैं ना मॉक इंटरव्यू.
सर
सर
मैं
ये
हाँ
तो
या ना?
बहुत डर गई ये देखकर, बहुत ज्यादा। मतलब
कुछ भी नहीं
बहुत
था, ये
हमको
बहुत
वर्क
बेसिक
करना
था.
होगा।
सर स्क्रीन शेयर करते हैं एक्सेल के लिए हमेशा की।
यस सर, यस सर, यस सर. आजकल इंटरव्यूज हैव शिफ्टेड टू more of practical side instead of all this nonsense. In fact, a lot of companies are now taking more of a case studies round instead of just having a theoretical interviews. Because उन्हें पता है कि आप लोग को एक्सेल चलाते ही नहीं आ रहा है भाई, वो सीरियल नंबर नहीं डाल पा रहा है, राइट? इंटरव्यू में कितना भी अच्छा बोले, सीरियल नंबर नहीं डाल पा रहा है, मैं तो 4 बार डाउट करूंगा वेदर ही इज राइट फिट फॉर माय ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और नॉट. डोंट टेक इट अदरवाइज. इट्स अ प्लेस वेयर यू आर सपोज टू लर्न. सीखने आए हो यहाँ पे तो सीख के जाओ. यू आर हियर टू लर्न, राइट? राइट.
Yes, sir. I
तो प्लीज
accept
अंडरस्टैंड.
my position.
I completely understand. And second, the pressure is always there. So nothing to worry about it. It's a place where you learn, and that is why we are conducting this type of mock interviews so that you can learn from what has gone wrong. Intentionally, I was creating a pressure. Intentionally, I was taunting you again and again, right? Which will make you feel bad, and then you feel bad, then you start giving the wrong answers. आप समझ रहे हो क्या? ऐसा ही होता है इंसान के साथ. जैसे उसको 2 बार बुरा लग गया ना, यार अब क्या बोल रहा है, अब सही करूंगा, अब सही करूंगा. वो मेंटली अनस्टेबल हो जाते हो आप. द टाइम यू आर मेंटली अनस्टेबल, यू स्टार्ट messing up to the next level. ठीक है. बट आई एम हैप्पी दैट एटलीस्ट यू आर एबल टू सर्वाइव सेइंग दैट कि चलो ठीक है, चलो कुछ करते हैं. बट इफ आई काउंट योर परफॉर्मेंस एंड पुट इट आउट ऑन अ स्केल ऑफ 1 to 10, आई वुड रेट 1. रीजन बीइंग, कहीं पे भी कुछ अच्छा नहीं लगा मुझे. सच बता रहा हूँ. आई नो यू फीलिंग बैड, यू आर सेइंग दिस आउट. आई एम वेरी ब्रूटल टू कैन इट कम्स टू अ फीडबैक, बिकॉज फीडबैक विल हेल्प यू टू ग्रो. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड. Right. I will rate you out. I'll tell you where you went wrong, what all things need to be improvised. Right. And others, those who are watching this on YouTube, please listen the feedback very carefully. Yes, I think who have written us questions, guys? Poonam? You're the one? Okay, chalo, great. Yes, ma'am. We'll go to questions one by one. You can just unmute yourself, keep yourself unmuted. We'll discuss the answer for the same. Haji. Yeah, you need to go one by one. I'll discuss each and every question. Be louder enough so that we can hear you out.
Give a brief about you.
So we started with the very basic stuff. It was nothing but your introduction part. Your introduction was not that great enough. आपने इंट्रोडक्शन अच्छे से नहीं दिया. It could have been better. You have not spoken much about your articleship journey as well as you have worked after your articleship. It should be highlighted in a good way. Right, जर्नी को तो अच्छे से डिफाइन कर दे मेरे भाई. राइट, जीवन में क्या किया, यूनिट टू स्पीक इट आउट इन अ वेरी नाइस वे. इफ दैट इज नॉट डन, देन वहीं पे मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस हैज बीन लूज्ड. ठीक है. यस, नेक्स्ट.
Why you have not joined the same firm where you have done your articleship?
No, I think the next question was, I asked him, he mentioned about his hobby, which was, he said that he loved to play a badminton, right? Then I further grilled him out saying that uh, what is it, LBS, which is going to be used when you are going to be having the badminton racket, as something out of the highest amount of LBS which is there. Okay. So that is what I asked him, right? तो एलबीएस इन बैडमिंटन, इफ यू डोंट नो, आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू नो दिस. आप ले बोल रहे हो ना बेटा, हॉबी काय का हॉबी तुम्हारा, तुमको पता ही नहीं है फिर तो थोड़ा सा गूगल कर लीजिएगा. अभी आपके लिए किया हूं मैंने. राइट, व्हाट इज एलबीएस? इट शोकेस दी टेंशन, कि कितना टेंशन का स्प्रिंग जा सकता है. राइट. तो जनरली यू कैन सी इट आउट 30-32 तक जाता है वैक्स, उसके ऊपर इट डज नॉट गो. ठीक है. तो यू आर सेइंग इट आउट, यू शुड नो अबाउट योर हॉबी, मतलब आपको पता ही नहीं है। ठीक है, बैडमिंटन का रैकेट पकड़ोगे उसके साइड में लिखा रहता है LBS। ठीक है, तो यू शुड नो दिस आउट, विच इज वेरी बेसिक। ठीक है, यस नेक्स्ट।
Next, why you have not joined your articleship firm?
Okay, but this is again a favorite question. Why you're not continuing with the current employer? Why you're not continuing with your firm? Right? And then he started mentioning about the some words, which is like, how Sanket, it's depend on the racket, but I asked him what is the maximum LBS you can go for. ठीक है, racket to racket ये vary करता है. हाँ, तो he said I am here to explore. Right? The word explore is something which HR hates. People don't like it out. Instead of explore, you can say exposure, right? Learnings. ऐसा कुछ अच्छे शब्द यूज करो। Explore का मतलब होता है घूमने के लिए आया हूँ। Right? That is something which people don't like, I think, and you use it out frequently when it comes to discussion during the interview. हाँ जी, next.
Sir, as he told that he has worked in many clients,
Okay.
so you have asked in which biggest you have worked.
हाँ, तो if you're outshining yourself that mom, my firm has more than 300 clients, right? आपने बोला चौड़ में बोला, yet he said 250, but CV में 300 लिखा हुआ था, right? Parth also just highlighting few things. थोड़ा सा CV में आपकी errors और issues है भाई. If you're putting a full stop, put it everywhere. If you're not putting it, don't put it anywhere. You have written that renowned firm in Gandhidham with 300 plus clients. अब during a discussion, you are saying 250 clients. तो 50 क्लाइंट खा गए, मतलब आपने सीवी में जो बनाया वो तो आपको याद है नहीं. That is what it's indicating. Next, when you're saying that out कि भैया 300 clients, then I'll ask you which is the biggest client your firm had. पूछूंगा ही ना सबसे बड़ा क्लाइंट कौन सा है तुम्हारा, बताओ. Right? So he said the biggest client is in transportation. Up to know the client, how big it is, and how good exposure he had, I started asking the turnover question. What is the turnover of a client? He says 35 crore. तो वहां पे मेरा ट्रस्ट ब्रेक हो गया. You know why? आप बोल रहे हो 300 क्लाइंट किया और सबसे बड़ा क्लाइंट था जिसका 35 करोड़ का टर्नओवर था. राइट? तो थोड़ा सा ऐसा लगता है, पता पड़ जाता है कि कितनी बड़ी फर्म है. आई नॉट टेकिंग अदरवाइज, बट व्हेन यू आर आउटशाइनिंग समथिंग इन अ सीवी सेइंग दैट डन मोर देन 300 क्लाइंट्स, they'll ask you which is a sector. Now, then they started grilling you. Chalo batao, how do you recognize the revenue for this client? How do you check a cut-off procedure for this client? Right? Then again a case study. Supposing the truck is in transit and it's 31st March, what you will do? Right? आपने transportation बोला है तो अभी मैं I can have asked you some questions related to e-way bill also. Right? So all these things, all these questions can be expected when you are mentioning something related to 300 plus clients or worked in 200 clients. So that is something which is going to be expected. Haji, next.
So what is the difference between unbilled revenue and unearned revenue?
ठीक है, ये भाई ढंग से पढ़ लो. राइट? डेफर टैक्स असेट, डेफर टैक्स लायबिलिटी. पूछेंगे पूछेंगे पूछेंगे, आधी रात को उठा के कोई भी पूछेगा, बोलते आना चाहिए. अर्नड रेवेन्यू, अनबिल्ड रेवेन्यू, बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट शुड बी नोन टू यू गाइस. राइट? बहुत सिंपल है, कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है. नहीं आता है तो पढ़ो. राइट? और देयर इज अ सेपरेट वीडियो वेयर आई हैव अपलोडेड इट आउट इन अ फाइनेंस मास्टर क्लास. इट्स ऑलरेडी बीन कवर्ड. गो एंड चेक इट आउट प्लीज. अर्नड रेवेन्यू, अनबिल्ड रेवेन्यू का कॉन्सेप्ट ढंग से पढ़ेंगे. राइट? एडवांस टैक्स का अकाउंटिंग एंट्री क्या होता है? राइट? अकाउंटिंग एंट्री फॉर दिस, ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ द सेम इन अ बैलेंस शीट. अब आप लिखे हो, सबने चौड़ में लिखे, हाजे लोग लिखते हैं आई हैव वर्कड इन अवेयर ऑफ शेड्यूल 3 और समथिंग यू हैव रिटन, यू हैव आल्सो रिटन इट आउट. भाई तुमने शेड्यूल 3 पढ़े हो क्या पूरा? नहीं पढ़े तो जाके पढ़ो. राइट? बेयर एक्ट है एकदम, थोड़ा सा जस्ट रीड इट आउट, you'll get a decent understanding. He said prepare a books of accounts and financial statements as per AS and schedule 3 including cash flow statements and this. अब वो पूछेंगे बताओ इसको किस हेड के अंदर दिखाओगे आप. राइट? तो ऑल दिस टाइप्स ऑफ प्रोबिंग क्वेश्चन विल बी एक्सपेक्टेड व्हेन यू आर सेइंग समथिंग. थोड़ा सा लिखे हो शेड्यूल 3. कीवर्ड लिखने के लिए नहीं लिखना है. कुछ लोग क्या करते हैं, सिर्फ कीवर्ड है कीवर्ड है कीवर्ड है, इंडेक्स 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 लिख देंगे. बाद में जाओगे इंटरव्यू में और मेरे जैसे इंटरव्यूअर निकलेंगे तो दिल स्टार्ट ग्रिलिंग टू द नेक्स्ट लेवल, बिकॉज वी नो व्हाट इज समथिंग यू हैव वर्कड इनटू. राइट? तो हमको पता है कि क्या पूछना है और जिससे तुम गलत ही करोगे. राइट? मैं भी उसको पूछूंगा क्या तुमने कभी शेड्यूल 3 पढ़ा है? मोस्ट ऑफ यू विल से नो. राइट? और लिखा आपने शेड्यूल 3 है. आप समझ रहे हो? ऑल दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस विल बी एक्सपेक्टेड व्हेन यू आर मेंशनिंग समथिंग. ओके, यस नेक्स्ट.
How do you do audit of inventory?
Right? So again, I think the discussion was going on. He said mention something regarding an inventory audit. Right? End to end process बताना चाहिए. Right? सबसे पहले इन्वेंटरी में क्या होता है? Inventory is divided into two: price into quantity. How do you take a comfort on the quantity? Right? Quantity को कैसे comfort लेते हैं? For that we have a stock count. राइट. स्टॉक काउंट कैसे होता है? अगेन डिवाइडेड इनटू पार्ट्स, right, where we will select some of the samples based on random basis, some of the samples based on high value items, some of the samples which is based on floor to sheet and sheet to floor. This is what how you're going to be selecting a inventory का part. इससे आएगा कंफर्ट क्वांटिटी पे. प्राइस के लिए कैसे कंफर्ट आएगा? Again, you will select the some of the samples based on high value, some of the samples where the cutoffs is there. इस तरीके से आपको पूरे डिटेल्ड आंसर बोलना था. That is how you're going to be auditing a inventory, right? आपने कुछ भलता ही बता दिया. Then I ask you कि भैया बताओ, चलो this is a base data of a file, calculate the samples. Now when you are seeing the file, भाई आंख खोल के फाइल देखनी होती है, right? आपने क्या किया भाई? You once you got a base data, पता नहीं आपको कहाँ से कुछ चढ़ा, without seeing any of the file, you started working, right? ऐसे नहीं काम किया जाता भाई बेस डेटा पे. Let me just show it to you how do you work, right? This is something which I already covered in a stat audit masterclass. Those who have taken it will be able to see it out. Those who have not taken it, ले लेना अगर जीवन में लगेगा तो. बट इट्स दिस देखो, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, दिस इज पीबीसी. पीबीसी होता है प्रोवाइडेड बाय क्लाइंट. यू शुड नॉट एडिट द क्लाइंट डेटाबेस, राइट? अब सबसे पहले मुझे इन्वेंटरी टाइप दिख रहा है यहाँ पे, WIP, राइट? दिख रहा है. एक सेकंड. there's an inventory type which is given here. 3 different types of inventories which are available with me, right? Inventory, finished goods, stores and space. तो इसके each item के basis पे you need to make, then you need to select a sample, right? That is one. Second, आपने एक चीज नोटिस नहीं की होगी. So this database, their material number is given, right? This is a pure dump which is available to a company on a particular date. So इसमें सबसे पहले you need to make a pivot table and ensure that all the items which are of a similar type are clubbed together, right? ताकि सब मटेरियल जो एक नंबर के हैं वो आप सब एक क्लब कर लो. After the clubbing is done, then you further need to divide based on a material type. So if you're still using a random, it's also fine. Random use करना है, but very important part is also coverage, right? आपको cover भी करना है कि how you're going to be covering the high value items which is there. So again, you need to do that out, and once you are able to do it, that is going to be working. I think we have selected 51% of the finished goods. तो मटेरियल नंबर के बेसिस पे इस तरीके से हमने हाई वैल्यू आइटम कवर ले लिया. ठीक है, तो इस तरीके से जस्ट नीड टू प्लान इट आउट हाउ यू गोना बी सिलेक्टिंग द इन्वेंटरी. इन्वेंटरी सिलेक्शन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बहुत डिटेल में आई कवर्ड इट आउट इन दी स्टार्ट ऑडिट कोर्स, तो वहां पे आपको कवर हो जाएगा, बट दैट इज व्हाट आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग. हाँ जी, नेक्स्ट.
Sir, again, what is the general entry of sales, GST entry including in that, and TDS? If TDS and TCS is not paid, what will be the penalty?
हाँ, ठीक है. तो वेरी बेसिक, आई थिंक सेल्स का एंट्री एवरीबडी नोस, बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू GST पीपल ट्राई टू मेस अप, राइट? तो ये गलती मत करना. डेटर्स डेबिट टू सेल्स टू GST लाइबिलिटी व्हिच इज देयर. ठीक है, अगेन इसमें पूछते हैं वेयर डज अ GST लाइबिलिटी गो इन द बैलेंस शीट, है ना? ये सब पूछेंगे आपको, तब पता होना चाहिए. लिखे हो ना शेड्यूल 3 तुमने? तो यू शुड नो वेयर इट इज गोना बी शोन इन योर बैलेंस शीट. ऐसे मुंह मत बनाओ, राइट? CA फाइनल FR में जो पढ़ा था वो अलग है, तो असली दुनिया अलग है. कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड इज डिफरेंट, राइट? So you need to know all this basic stuff. After all this done, right? I asked him, what is the next question I asked him?
Sir, this का T code
सर
हाँ,
एनपीए का
तो
पॉइंट भी था.
bank
NPA
holiday.
लेट आया था बेटा. अब NPA लेट आया था. Then I asked him something related to SAP. देखो भाई ने चौड़ में लिखा इसके, इस पे टेक्निकल स्किल्स में लिखा है एक्सेल, पावर BI, SAP, FICO, टेली, ERP, टेली प्राइम, MS ऑफिस एंड समथिंग रिलेटेड टू CBS. अब मुझे था भाई जानना था कि कितना इसने भाई ने SAP किया है. लिखा है ना SAP, FICO सीखा है. So intentionally I asked him any of the T code. I asked him 1 or 2 T codes. He's not able to answer it. Right? तो आपने SAP लिखा है तो T code से ही तो खुलेगा ना भाई लेजर, right? You don't know any of the T codes. It's like I don't know any T codes. अब समझ में आ गया था कि CV में जो भी लिखा है फेक कर रहा है बंदा. रूल इज वेरी सिंपल, फेक इट टिल द टाइम यू कैन मेक इट. अरे लिखे हो तो कुछ तो बोलो. मैं क्या सर्टिफिकेट मांग रहा हूँ? डिड आई आस्क यू टू शो योर सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ SAP? नो. व्हाट आई आस्क इज योर नॉलेज, राइट? नॉलेज ही तो चेक कर रहा हूँ. अगर आपने लिखा है और नॉलेज नहीं है, मतलब आपने कुछ तो गड़बड़ किया है. यू आर फेकिंग इट आउट. मतलब आप सामने वाले को उल्लू बना रहे हो. व्हाट इज रेज्यूमे? यू आर समराइजिंग योर एंटायर 20-25 years ऑफ अ जर्नी इन 1 पेज. और वो भी आप अगर झूठ लिख रहे हो, मतलब कैन यू सी, एक पेज में आप इतनी गलतियां कर रहे हो. यू आर नॉट हैविंग अ प्रॉपर कॉमा, फुल स्टॉप, स्पेस, लॉट ऑफ ग्रामेटिकल एरर्स, पंक्चुएशन एरर्स. व्हाट यू एक्सपेक्ट? डोंट यू थिंक सो? इंटरव्यू बोलेगा एक पेज बनाना था तेरी जर्नी का, वो भी तू ढंग से नहीं लिख पा रहा है, और उसमें भी झूठ झूठ लिखा है तूने, राइट? डोंट टेक इट, अदरवाइज इट्स नॉट फॉर हिम, इट्स फॉर एवरीवन, राइट? व्हिच इज देयर. so that we don't make this type of mistakes in upcoming days. Haji, next.
Sir, about NPA, how banks NPA recognize an NBFC?
No, I think the next part was a case study which I gave a second case study to him. Right. Okay. So let us also discuss, right, second case study. Then we'll go to the banking wala part. I think you missed out as well. So the second case study was very interesting, where I asked him to perform some of the analysis which is there. So let us see what all analysis was expected from him when he was giving an answer. So what the way you were operating the Excel, right? It was not that great. I was expecting you to do something great, है ना? थोड़ा सा एक्सपेक्टेशन ज्यादा था मेरे को दोस्त आपसे, बट नेवरदलेस, राइट, इट्स अ लर्निंग फेज, यू शुड नो टू हाउ टू लर्न इट आउट. सबसे बेसिक रूल होता है व्हेनेवर यू हैव अ केस स्टडी, बेस डेटा को चेंज नहीं करते मेरे दोस्त. आप बेस डेटा पे चेंज करने लग गए, राइट पार्थ? कभी बेस डेटा को चेंज करते हैं? नहीं करते. यू शुड नॉट चेंज द बेस डेटा, राइट. अब इधर यू नीड टू सी योर दिया है कस्टमर नेम, ज्योग्राफी, प्राइस पर यूनिट, क्वांटिटी, एंड जो भी कॉलम यू आर रीडिंग यू नीड टू पार्ट इट आउट इन येलो और अदर कलर कोडिंग वट एवर यू हैव. देन मैंने क्या किया, देयर फॉर लॉट ऑफ एनालिसिस आई कैन डू इट आउट बेस्ड ऑन दिस डेटा. जैसे कि आई प्रिपेयर्ड अ डिटेल सेल्स एनालिसिस ईयर वाइज पूरा सेल बनाया, मंथ वाइज सेल एनालिसिस बनाया, एंड पुट अ सेल्स कट ऑफ वेयर द सेल इज अबव 95,000. इट इज हाईलाइटिंग मी दैट कि 2019 में मई में एक्सेप्शनल सेल हुआ, और हर महीने में, हर ईयर में, विच इज द मंथ वेयर एक्सेप्शनल सेल्स हैव हैपेंड. दिस इज वन ऑफ द एनालिसिस. व्हाट इज द एवरेज सेलिंग एंड कॉस्ट प्राइस ऑफ अ कंपनी, एट व्हाट जीपी द कंपनी इज वर्किंग इन. ये डेटा मैं आपसे एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा था. इट कैन बी इजीली डन इन 5 minutes इफ यू नो हाउ टू यूज एक्सेल. देन कस्टमर एनालिसिस, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, कि कस्टमर का आई एम चेकिंग द विंटेज. डू यू नो व्हाट विंटेज मींस? विंटेज का मतलब होता है कि कौन सा पुराना कस्टमर है, कौन सा नया कस्टमर है. दैट वाज समथिंग व्हिच यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट. ये बना लेते, इंटरव्यू इंप्रेस हो जाता, मैं बोलता भाई 12 लाख में भी आ जा, राइट. दैट दिस टाइप ऑफ एक्सपेक्टेशन यू आर कीपिंग, इट कंपनीज आर कीपिंग. Say for example, which all are the new customers which are there, which all are the old customers who have left us. इसको कहते हैं विंटेज एनालिसिस, राइट. ये करना पड़ता है. एफडीडी में जाओगे ये सब करवाएंगे आपसे, इंटरव्यू केस स्टडी है. देन टॉप 10 customers for each city. Then again the supplier base analysis. Basic stuff was expected. You could easily have done in 5 to 10 minutes if you know how to use the good Excel. This was a case study round given in one of the company where you're given only 20 minutes to do it. I gave you 7 odd minutes just to check your analytical mindset, but if you're good at Excel, you can easily also do it out in 10 odd minutes. ठीक है. तो वो भाई ने इसमें भी he did not did well, तो I got angry. अब मेरा दिमाग खराब हो गया था. Like बताओ तुम्हें क्या आता है, वो मैं पूछता हूँ फिर, right? So then I started asking some of the questions to him based on NPAs and stuff. हाँ, तो इसमें भी there was some problem where he was not able to answer something related to NBFCs or India's applicability for banking companies, right? Or how do we classify an NBA for this and NBFCs versus and bank companies. ठीक है. तो टेक्निकल तो रहेगा इंटरव्यू, राइट. एकदम सिंपल नहीं रहेगा. रीजन इज वेरी सिंपल. एक वैकेंसी के लिए कल हमने सुने थे, भावेश सर भी आए थे, ही सेड टू हायर वन कैंडिडेट आई टुक अ 15 इंटरव्यूज. व्हाट इज योर प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ सिलेक्शन? यू कैन काउंट इट आउट. 15 इंटरव्यू लिए, कितने सीवी गो थ्रू किए होंगे वो सोचो. समझ रहे हो? तो एक इंटरव्यू के लिए कम से कम 100 सीवीज जा रहे हैं आज की तारीख में. आई एम नॉट मेकिंग यू fear, I'm not making you scared, I'm just making you aware so that you are mentally be ready before you're going in. ठीक है. Yes, next, what is the next question, ma'am?
Sir, about banking company, I haven't written bank audit.
ठीक है. हाँ ठीक है. What next other than this? Okay, done. I think that was last.
KYC
और
document.
हाँ ठीक है, वो सब तो ठीक है, बैंक्स वगैरह का. You can just read it out. Now the last, I think after this was done, we went for a salary negotiation. Intentionally what I did, अब देखो क्या हुआ, इसका इंटरव्यू अच्छा नहीं गया, तो मुझे पता था जो दूंगा वो ले लेगा ये. Whatever I give it to him, he'll take it. This is what again one of the trick which a lot of companies use. They'll take a interview so tough, the candidate at the end don't have a choice and they say, ठीक है दे दो. Right? This is also one of the trick which companies can do it out. But if you are smart enough, if you are able to answer well, bang on. Right? Number two, what you did correctly was you started borrowing your time. Right? You could have borrowed a time for 2 minutes also. 30 मिनट कौन बोला था? 2 मिनट borrow कर लेता. So if you don't mind, can I just take 2 minutes of a time? So that is what you missed out here. Right? Lower denomination wala concept. Last thing, what you could have also done is Last thing, what you could have also done is simply if you know your potential and if you are so good enough and if you believe that you can go into better companies, you can simply say no. है ना? और सैलरी निगोशिएशन जब कर रहे हो तो इस पर इंडस्ट्री स्टैंडर्ड क्या होता है भाई? कोई इंडस्ट्री स्टैंडर्ड डिफाइन नहीं है. कहाँ डिफाइंड है इंडस्ट्री स्टैंडर्ड? मुझे बताइए. All this nonsense look good when you prepare and make an Instagram reel. ये Instagram reel पे ही अच्छा लगता है. How much salary you are expecting? As per industry standard. What is industry standard? बताइए, किसी को नहीं पता इंडस्ट्री स्टैंडर्ड क्या है. कहाँ लिखा है इंडस्ट्री स्टैंडर्ड? राइट. आईसीआई बोलता है 9 लाख रुपए मिनिमम मिलना चाहिए, वो भी कैंपस में अगर पैसा दे के आ रहे हो तो. Right? कहीं नहीं लिखा है. That is not a good way to negotiate a salary when you are negotiating with in front of an HR. But there are a lot of learnings, right? Not for him, for all of us. That how do you answer the questions for the case studies and also for the basic technical stuff. अभी तो मैंने ज्यादा grill नहीं किया है, मुझे पता नहीं. I just talked myself and controlled myself. But I'll be happy to keep on troubling you guys for upcoming mock interviews. Just be mentally ready, right? Just see where you are. Just see where you can get into, right? And what all things you have to do it for yourself. Because the world is competitive outside, right? वो कहता है ना उसमें कौन सी मूवी है, फैमिली मैन, डोंट बी अ मिनिमम गाय. हाँ बस, डोंट बी अ मिनिमम गाय. ठीक है. So that is what I want to say. But nevertheless, right, I think, Parth, I know you are feeling stressed and demotivated. And after this demotivation, you'll unfollow me on Instagram. So to avoid that and keep you motivated, right, एक बार जोरदार तालियां पार्थ के लिए भी यार. इतना दम लगता है यार पब्लिकली आना, हैंड करना एंड योर आई. बट डेफिनेटली पार्थ, दिस विल हेल्प यू टू इम्प्रोवाइज. राइट, जोरदार तालियां यार
Sir,
पार्थ के लिए.
I
Well
want to say
attempted.
something.
Well
Sir,
attempted.
I also give challenge to myself and rest assure you that exit after month on 3rd January, I will give another interview and record it with Excel, working of Excel, like on base data and inventory, whatever Excel required, and send you personally that my improvement, I will bounce back. I promise you.
चलो, ग्रेट 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 ग्रेट. यही तो सुनना था मुझे. राइट, दैट वाज द इंटेंशन एंड पर्पस. बट हैप्पी दैट पार्थ यू हैव टेकन एंड शोन योर लीडरशिप स्किल्स. आप वैसे ही आप लोगों से आगे बढ़ गए हो, राइट? बिकॉज व्हेन यू आर ऑन अ स्पॉटलाइट यू गेट टू नो हाउ डज इट फील बिकॉज एवरीवन इज वाचिंग यू, right? And definitely, this is something which is one of those very mock interview which is there. The questions were not tough, but the way of asking was bitter. आप समझ रहे हो क्या? क्वेश्चन टफ नहीं थे अभी इंटरव्यू में, बट जो तरीका था पूछने का वो अलग था. आप समझ रहे हो? द वे ऑफ आस्किंग हिम, द वे ऑफ पिंचिंग हिम. क्या लिखा है सीवी में? अरे राइट, इफ यू डोंट नो व्हाई पुट इट इन सीवी. और वही दिमाग खराब हो जाता है उसका कि यार ये तो नहीं आ रहा है, डांट पड़ गई फालतू की. तो दिमाग वही गो थ्रू करता है. तो इन इंटरव्यू यू नीड टू स्टॉप योरसेल्फ, फोकस ऑन व्हाट इज गोइंग, रिलैक्स योरसेल्फ, हैव अ सिप ऑफ वाटर व्हेन द थिंग्स गोस नॉट योर वे अराउंड, एंड देन यू नीड टू मूव फॉरवर्ड. ठीक है, लॉट मोर टू लर्न फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस, राइट, एंड अदर्स एज वेल. ठीक है, तो प्लीज स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन योरसेल्फ. एंड दोज हु आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर इंटरव्यूज, you can check the upcoming batches coming in the description itself. काफी सारी batches, live batches चालू हो रही है, where you will be able to know and prepare yourself, upskill yourself. This is one of the very small mock interview, okay, to just a reality check to see where you are standing. But I hope everybody of you have learned something great, right? And here we will stop our first mock interview for a day. ठीक है, not the first, we'll conclude the mock interview, otherwise थोड़ा सा ज्यादा प्रेशर बिल्ड हो जाएगा बाकियों पे भी. ठीक है, तो YouTube की जनता, wish you all the best. Bye bye. If you have any queries, put it out in the comment section. Don't forget to check the description links, right? And if you're looking for our preparations, don't forget to check our upcoming